YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy TC and we back with another video. In this video we're gonna be doing a transformation cut. I'm gonna be cutting them down to wavelength. Everybody in the house cut their hair, so I convinced him to cut his. But first we're gonna start off by going in with the pick and picking the hair out thoroughly, so when we go in with the clippers it's not so hard trying to trim it down. And right here I had the 1.5 guard on close, debulking the hair, cutting it down to that desired length. And you see everybody come in shocked. He even shocked that he cut his own hair off. He ain't seen his hair like this in quite some time. Right here we agreed on cutting it down a little bit lower, so I put the 1 guard on close just so it's an easier transition for him to get waves, because he hasn't got waves in a while, he said, so he wanted the easiest way, so we cut it down to a 1 closed. Once you cut the hair down to the desired length that you wanted, you go on with your trimmers to set your first initial guideline. And since he's getting a drop fade, we're going to drop it in the back as in like a U shape. Once you set in the first guideline, you want to go ahead and grab your clippers to set in the second guideline, which is the no guard open, going the same way that you did with the drop fade all the way around. So right after you set in that guideline, you're going to go in with the clipper close to knock that guideline out. Then once you clean that guideline all the way out, you're going to grab your 1 guard and go up about a 1/2 inch, going contour to the head. And right here I flip the clipper just so I make it all even and to lay the hair back down so it's easier transition when I'm going against it. All these steps are really repeating, because once you put that guideline in, you're going to go in with the 1 guard closed just to soften up them lines. So when you go in with the 0.5 guard, it just takes it right out. Shut up, Chase. Right here I put on a 0.5 guard just to take that 1 guard closed guideline all the way out. And you see I'm going into like a circular motion, because I feel like when I go in a circular motion I stay with my fade more. And then right here his boy D, he started flaming them because he just cut his hair off too. So when they're talking about he gonna nick him in his neck, put a bald spot right there where his rose is at. After you do that, I put the 1.5 guard on, going against the grain just to debulk some of that bulk at the top of his head. Just so when I go back in, it's like a smoother transition when I'm down fading, so I'm not worried about trying to fade it to the bulk areas. After I go around the whole head with the 1.5 guard, I put the 1 guard back on close, just do some detail work, just so it's like you can just get them guidelines out cleaner and have them looking smoother. this back area, I seen that it was still dark, so I went ahead and put my one guard on and started attacking it against the grain just to lighten it up a little bit, making sure it blends smoothly with the rest of the hair. I grabbed the Cordless Masters with the fade blade on there because I still see the bottom guideline. So I grabbed the fade blade because the fade blade is a skinnier blade than the regular master blade, so it's guaranteed to get it out. And then if I see any dark lines throughout the 0.5 to the open, I'm gonna clean it up with the open just scooping out. And to start the hairline off, I go on my cordless detailers. These are one of my favorite clippers just to do hairlines with and mustache lineups because I don't have these super zero gap and they're still hitting how I want them to be hitting. As you see right here, my client, his corners are getting thin, so I don't want to go attack the corners. So I'm gonna like just skip past them just to hit the side because I'm gonna go back in with some fibers or some enhancement just to fill them corners in a little bit more. I switched trimmers to the Gold FXs because I feel like the detailers, that corner, it wasn't getting this C-cup sharp enough how I like the other one. And then I just go in and re-prep the hairline with it just to sharpen it up a little bit more. And then right here I go in with the Topic hair fibers to get the corners, just to darken the corners up. After you apply the fibers, you want to go in with your trimmers and just tap the hairline one more time just to keep it as sharp as possible. And on my beards, I normally don't use the trimmers first. I start off with the straight razor because I feel like the straight razor, it cleans it up more, it gives it more of a popping look and sharper look. YouTube, here's the cut. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Comment feedback in the comments because I always want to interact more with my subscribers. But without further ado, it's your boy TC, and I'm out.